Hey, African American here. Just want to let everybody and reassure everybody knows and totally understands. Please stop listening to what you're hearing about the black folks that's going to Trump. It is not happening. We know who he is. We are not dumb. We are a strong race of people. And we don't forget nothing. We know who this man is and who he's always been. Trump is not gaining any lead with black people. He may have 2 or 3 crazy coons, but that's about it. We know who this man is. We know, and we don't forget. Trump's gonna lose bad in November.
Sheesh. My guy Leatherface, who actually sent me this hat, Then You Ain't Black. I love this hat, by the way. He wrote under this post, it's always the sassy overweight men. Why is that? The left is anti-masculinity. Oh man, that's his words, not mine. But I'll say, I'm observing something similar, something very similar, man. It does have a stereotype. Anyhow, people are saying, black people aren't really in support of Donald Trump. They're saying that we are manufactured, we are bought and paid for. Somebody said, but hey, aren't you getting paid for this? I said, yeah, from this, not for this. What does that mean? What do you mean from this, not for this? From me expressing my uploading videos, my content, gets views, which gets me paid. But nobody's paying me to make specific type of content. I'm choosing the content that I want to upload. So that's what I mean by that. But anyhow, black people, we hear all the time that, we've been hearing as of late that black people aren't really in support of Donald Trump. He's buying us and all this other type of stuff. But that is simply not the case. That is simply not the case. And I'm over here getting ready to play this video that you just heard interrupt me. Black folks are going to vote for Trump now more than ever because we know exactly what is being railroaded by the bullshit justice system. Let's go ahead and check this video out.
Hi, I'm Laverne Spicer. And I'm here to talk about that Trump verdict. That verdict was full of bullshit. First of all,
so we can obviously see that this video was dated a little back, a few months ago, but there's that.
Hell, this man get arrested for sleeping with a fucking porn star. Come on, if that's the case, there's so many motherfuckers watching this goddamn video that should have been arrested for that same shit. Let's keep it real about it. And let me tell you something. When it comes to bogus like this with the law, that's something that the black community can really identify with, because so many people I know have went to jail on the tip, because that's what we call it in our community, the tip. Okay, so I'm gonna say this. Trump has done so much to support the black community. He did prison reform, and y'all know how many people that let out of jail, and a lot of them are still getting out of jail now. Also, school choice, which made a great difference with these failing, fucked up F schools that they have in the black community. And the beat goes on. We could talk about the HBCUs and all of that. So,
which Joe Biden actually reduced the funding by billions for HBCUs, by the way, where Trump previously had the historical record for issuing funds for them.
Just saying this to say, that in itself has really engaged us as the black community to really get involved and support him. And you best believe we will be voting for Trump 2024. And I'm asking everybody that can, please donate to this man campaign and help him out. Any amount does not matter. Just make a donation, because we see what they are doing to him. They trying to keep him off of the ballot, and it's not going to work, because we know no weapon form shall work against him. And I myself am going to keep him in my prayers, because we know that Biden administration is so fucking demonic. They coming after our kids. They coming after this country. Biden is destroying this country, y'all. So we got to put a stop to him and all his bullshit.
She remind me of like a southern auntie with her language. I mean, her lingo, not being able to finish certain words. She said, any weapon formed against him won't work. I was waiting on to prosper, I swear.
and we know he's not going to debate. He's not going to do a debate. We already know
he
that.
did, but so it backfired.
Once again, this is Laverne Spicer. Follow me on Twitter, subscribe, and like my page.
Now, real quick, I gotta say this. As a black Trump supporter, I will say that I hate the stereotypes of black Trump supporters, but hey, I'm willing to deal with it. I do not just support Trump because of no stimulus check, y'all. You got most, black people only supporting him because they say you gonna give him some money and this, that. Nah, man, look, I'm somebody who believes in being able to, eat what I kill. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go out there, put in the work, put in the effort, and bring back the food myself. So I'm not expecting anybody else to give me any handouts, But there's that right there. And in addition to that, I also don't support him as a black man just because they're doing what they're doing to him in the justice system. However, I will say outside of being black, what they're doing to him in the justice system definitely keeps me, keeps an eyebrow raised and an eye open at the left, for all of the chaotic BS that they spewing with him. But other than that, there's so much more that I actually mess with Donald Trump for. Well, we can talk about it. We've talked about it plenty of times, First of all, let's just talk about the fact that there was no new wars when he was in there. Now, obviously, we talked about the first epoch opportunity zones. We brought up HBCUs, and I don't understand what the actual issue is with Donald Trump. And, especially within the black community, other than being spewed all of this hatred from left-wing legacy media propaganda. But somebody just wrote, my lib friends, yes I have some, are absolutely freaking. They can't fathom what happens if Trump pulls a good portion of the black vote, but indeed may be happening.
Yes, you better believe it. Look what happened to Martha Stewart. She caught that felony. She goes to all the cookouts with Snoop Dogg. She is endorsed. She crippin'. Bruh, Trump is a brother now. I'm sorry. You go to jail in Zone 6 Atlanta, you a brother. Straight up. They fucked up. Niggas like niggas that went to jail. They believe in that shit. This is good. We believe in that shit. We trust that. I'm sorry. You can say what you want, but
what?
They fuck with people that went to jail. They fuck with people that been in the penitentiary. They fuck with people like that. It is what it is. We'll see.
I guess. But that's the problem in my community. Why are we sitting here glorifying that? Like, we trust people who go to jail. What? So you mean to tell me you trust criminals? Like, generally speaking, we don't know the context of each individual jail person, but just generally speaking, you trust criminals. Man, I don't know about that. I don't know if I agree with that sentiment. It's not because he went to jail. It's because we're watching the justice system do the most unthinkable scams in American history, and it's unfolding right before our eyes. And I myself, I just believe in wrong and right. And I believe in following what's right and staying away from what's wrong. And what they're doing to him is wrong. I don't care what nobody says is wrong, but I'm not in support. I'm trying to get this video queued up, but I'm not in support of, just somebody being a criminal, and I'm just somehow going to blindly support them for that. But I think what I would have liked for him to extract from that conversation even more is just that people are aware of the injustices within the system, and they see what's happening with Donald Trump, and their common sense is aligning with that, and it's making them have a little more making them have a little more empathy towards that. Like, oh wait, hold up, we seen this happen too much in our community as well. We seen this happen to you. Oh man, that's messed up. But that doesn't mean that he automatically gets a black card or something like that. Like, everybody, bro, come on, what are we talking about? But being a black conservative these days, you're gonna have your how do I say, you're gonna have your backlash for sure. It comes with its level of punches and hate speech on a regular basis. Literally just saying I'm a Trump supporter will make somebody like lose their shit. I mean, it will be triggered. They love calling names of black conservatives or blacks who vote for Trump, and I'm here for it.
It's funny when you come out and you a conservative and you talking about voting Republican as a black man, they want to call you a sellout or a bootlicker or something. Maybe I would be considered a sellout if the Democrat Party was a black party for black people, but it's not. If anything, the ideologies usually line up with white liberals and LGBTQ and illegal immigrants, not blacks. So start acting as if voting Democrat makes you pro-black. You're starting to sound a little bit like Joe Biden over here. You ain't black unless you vote Democrat. I'm sure being pro-black don't mean transitioning children. I'm sure being pro-black don't mean sharing all your resources with illegal immigrants. I'm sure being pro-black don't mean putting sexual things in children's books.
Amen.
So I need y'all to simmer down with all this babble talk and do your research instead of getting on the internet calling names and stuff, because y'all looking embarrassing. Hey, I just want a better nation for everybody, including liberals. So that makes me a sellout, and so be it.
So all I'm gonna say is this: okay, let me backpedal a little bit. Let me say this, actually. I think that we, as black conservatives, also underestimate the level of propaganda amongst the black community and how many brains and households this propaganda is being fed into on a regular basis. I mean, you got places like, you got these major blog sites where millions of black people we follow, and these websites are being paid for, or advertisements are being bought on these platforms to fuel agenda, the left's agenda, and it's indoctrinating us over and over and over. So I will say this: there will be a record number of black people voting for Donald Trump, but I gotta say, as conservatives, we can't underestimate the amount of people whom are being fed misinformation on a regular basis, and they have no plans of actually giving an opposing view a chance. So yeah, we gotta keep that in mind. But just pray for everybody, pray for the nation of America. Look, we got this.